Assalamualaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So the topic that we will discuss today it is the unique quality of water. Basically, when we have a look on the water molecule, its formula is basically as H2O. It has the oxygen atom in the center and the two hydrogen atoms are attached to it. Here the oxygen atom is having two lone pairs of the electrons that are not bonded or not participating in the bond formation, and it has two bonded pairs that are going to participate in the bonding. So this is the simple structure of the water molecule. Now the water is having the two types of the unique properties. The first one, it is properties that the density of the water basically decreases when there is an increase in temperature, and the second property is that it's hexagonal structure of the water molecule, that it just distribute its atoms around like forming a hexagonal structure. So here we will discuss these two properties or the unique quality of the water in detail. So let's start that. The first one is the expansion of the water when it freezes. Basically, there are many of the solids and the liquids. When we just decrease the temperature, then the density of these solids and liquids increases. But on the other hand, the water is having an exception, that when we increase the temperature, its density decreases. Now, why it just happen? Because water is having unique property or unique behavior in this regard. When we just cool down the water and the temperature we take as 4 degrees Celsius, then the density of the water decreases, and when the temperature reaches at 0 degrees Celsius, the density of the water becomes 0.91 gram per centimeter cube. So in this picture you can see that we have the warm water present in the central layer. The cold water just go down, but when the water started to freeze and it becomes the ice, it started to float over the surface of the water molecule. Now why? Because the density of the ice is less as compared to the warm water and the cold water. So the density of the water decreases when we decrease the temperature. So this is the simple, and the ice is basically lighter and therefore it started to float on the surface of the water molecule. So this is the basically expansion of the water molecule or expansion of the molecules of the water when it transforms into the ice. So this is the first unique property of the water molecule. After that, there is the formation of the hexagonal structure of the molecule in the ice. Basically, when there is a formation of the hexagonal structure, you can see the hexagonal, hexa means 6 and gonal means sides. So here you can see that it is forming a hexagonal structure. It is having 6 corners, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is known as the hexagonal structure. In this structure, what just happened? Basically, the 6 water molecules arrange themselves. Water molecules, they arrange themselves and they are forming ring, and that ring just have the empty space. Likewise, this is the simple ring, and that ring is having the empty spaces. As a result of these empty spaces, the volume of the ice particles increases, and when the volume increases, in turn the density is being inversely proportional to the volume, and it started to decrease. Because when we have a simple formula of the density, is equal to mass to volume ratio. When the water molecule started to expand and forming a hexagonal structure, their volume increases. And when their volume increases, in turn, their density will be decreases. Volume increases and their density decreases. So that's why when we just cool down the water and it changes into ice, it forms a hexagonal structure or the six corner structure as a ring, and that ring is having empty spaces. In turn, its volume increases and the density started to decrease. Therefore, the water has the maximum density at 404 degrees Celsius, which is 1 gram per centimeter cube. And this unique property of the water we call as anomalous expansion of water. This is known as anomalous expansion of water molecule. Then we have maintaining the quality of water, that how we can maintain the quality of the water. We have different types of method. The first one, we must use the water or reduce the use of water. We must reduce the waste or waste reduction. There may be the use of the less energy. We must use the chemicals in less quantity, or we must have the minimizing chemicals use in our daily life, and we must improve its productivity. So by all this, we may be able to maintain the quality of the water, because when there are less chemicals, then there are less pollutants, and when there are less pollutants, in turn we may save the water for further uses, and that water must be clean and clear, and it can be used for the next. So this was all about today's lecture. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section. The next topic that we will discuss, it is the introduction to the chemical industries. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day.